So you're giving away the software for free, and you have with you the hardware. You're giving away the plans for the hardware for free that will turn any car into a self-driving car.
Well, okay, let's qualify both of those statements. It supports right now select Hondas and Acuras, and self-driving car, so you still have to pay attention at all times. But there's certain scenarios that you can take your hands off the wheel and not touch either pedal, and the car will drive by itself.
Okay, so regulators weren't too happy about your original plan. How do they feel about this one?
Well, I don't know. I haven't heard from them. The real thing, the regulators' response, I thought was very reasonable. The problem was when it came. We were not selling a product. We were not even taking pre-orders for a product, and they were already asking me for things like a user manual under oath. Easier to just cancel and pivot.
So haven't you just really upped the ante here, and do you expect to get more than just a warning?
No, I mean, we're not selling a product. NHTSA regulates the sales of products using the Interstate Commerce Clause. We are just making plans available for free on the internet. That's a whole lot more like free speech.
Isn't it a little like opening Pandora's box, though, telling everyone, hey, here's how you can make a self-driving car? You're basically allowing them to do something that's illegal.
Well, okay, so first off, it's not illegal. You are responsible for complying with local laws and regulations. My understanding is if somebody in California went and built one of these, again, I'm not a lawyer, but I think that would be legal because technically it's only an adaptive cruise control and lane keep assist, which are explicitly exempt under California law from being an autonomous vehicle. And California has the most restrictive laws. Somewhere like Texas, you know, that's why Google and Uber are testing down there.
Have you made any commitment to NHTSA not to test yourself?
No, NHTSA does not regulate testing. The only thing I told NHTSA was that we would notify them before we were making a product available for sale in the US, and we're not doing that.
So what kind of interest have you gotten?
We just open sourced it this morning.
I mean, are people excited? I mean, what's been the response?
Yeah, I mean, already we have some people on our forums talking about building them, porting them to the old Tesla that didn't have autopilot. That's the really great thing about it being open. Those other cars that we don't support, people can download our code and add support for them.
So when you said hello from Shenzhen, China, what did you mean? What were you doing there?
I was in Shenzhen, China.
And more, I mean, were you working on self-driving car tech there? Were you looking into regulations there?
We were looking for manufacturing partners. I did meet with a few companies there as well. I'm not going to say who, but you know, the other thing about open sourcing this is there's so many more jurisdictions than the US. You know, the US government may not like what I am doing, but some other government may, and hey, we'd love to work with you.
Is China more open to it?
I don't know. To be honest, I do not believe that it would be easier to navigate the regulatory environment in China, where I don't speak Chinese, versus the US, where I speak English. But I don't know.
So, you know, folks like you have been willing to challenge regulators, but more broadly, you know, people don't want to take that kind of risk. And I wonder, how do you think regulations are potentially holding back self-driving car technology?
I mean, again, I can really only comment on my specific case. On my specific case, they tried to regulate a product that was not even available for sale. They actually gave me 10 days to, under oath, provide them the user manual for a product I'm not even taking orders for. So if I make a mistake in the user manual, they're going to Martha Stewart me, you know? So yeah, premature. I think that was the problem.
You have said that Elon Musk offered you a job to build self-driving car software for Tesla with a multi-million-dollar bonus. You turned it down. You've also said that your software is just as good as the latest Tesla Autopilot.
I haven't said the latest, the previous Tesla Autopilot.
So how does it compare to the latest?
Autopilot's a bit better. Autopilot's a bit better because one of the key things they're doing is fleet learning. All of their Autopilot cars are helping to train the other Autopilot cars. Once a bunch of people start building these, they communicate with our network. We train, we improve, we ship out. We'll be able to beat Autopilot.
So what's your relationship with Musk and Tesla today?
I don't know. I haven't heard from him.
No new offers?
No.
Now, interestingly, President-elect Trump has nominated Elaine Chao to to run the Department of Transportation. Do you have any inkling of what she might mean for this industry? I
looked into her policy positions a little bit. I couldn't find that much. The woman who he chose to lead the Transition Committee on Transportation, she came from a libertarian think tank who criticized California's steering wheel and pedal policy for being overly restrictive, which I agree with. There has not been a single death in autonomous vehicles to date. You can talk about the autopilot one, but that's a lot more of a cruise control system than, you know, a true autonomous vehicle. So to try to regulate something that has not only never caused a public safety problem, but also could potentially solve a huge public safety problem, to me seems very premature, and I think that's the key word.
Let's talk about the Tesla autopilot death that you just referred to. There's a debate about semi-autonomous versus fully autonomous. What's safer? What do you think is safer? What do you think most cars of the future will be? Fully or semi-autonomous?
Well, there's a long path to get to fully autonomous, and I do not believe that there is a path to fully autonomous cars without first going through semi-autonomous. I think Tesla's plan for attacking the whole problem is brilliant and going to succeed. If Tesla is the iOS, we want to be the Android. You know what? We'll be the ones getting the 80%. We'll be a little bit worse for a bit, but I mean, that's kind of the plan.